one of my favorite series of all time, Deus Ex. So Deus Ex Mankind Divided, here on stage. Yes, please, joining me now, Jean-Francois Dugas from Eidos. Jean-Francois, we are here to talk about the future, talk about augmentations, and I'm just real excited to have you, man. How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
I'm doing very well. On stage at the Square Enix show, of course, early this morning.
Yeah.
You guys showing the things off to the world, and you got a demo to show that we're going to jump into here in a minute. But let's lay the stage for Mankind Divided. You know, Human Revolution ended with some pretty dramatic events perpetrated by Adam Jensen. Took a shot at the shadowy organizations, but so there's one thing I know about shadowy organizations, they don't go away so easily.
and I guess you're right. Actually, we're 2 years past Human Revolution. And now after the events you were talking about, now the world is way more divided than before, hence the title. And augmented citizens are now seen as a threat for the normal people. And there's a lot of fears, and now governments are enacting laws to make sure that those people are put in ghettos as much as possible. And if they're not, their life is miserable among the other people because now they're being pointed.
They're being persecuted.
Exactly. So it's a tough
You guys don't
world.
shy away from that heavy stuff, huh?
I guess not.
But you grapple with it in such a fascinating way. It's one of the things that I think people love about the series is the way you take on, you use the augmentation sort of divide to cast light and to address these big social issues.
Absolutely. I think that was important to us through entertainment, through fiction, to get into the real stuff that is going in real life and make, hopefully, maybe people think a little bit about these things.
Yeah.
And but from the entertainment standpoint, Adam Jensen is back. Like now, he's not working for Sarif Industries anymore.
Yeah, who's paying this guy?
It's an international counter-terrorist agency called Task Force 29. It's a subdivision created by Interpol.
Okay.
And now Adam Jensen is trying to fight the chaos, is trying to bring some stability to the world, but he also has a double agenda. Like you said, like the people in the shadows, they don't go away easily. And he hopes through that agency he can get closer to them and hopefully stop them from shaping the world the way they do.
Stop them from, putting their hand on the wheel in such an overt way.
Yes.
So here we are, like, launching into a mission. We've got sort of a dropship taking us in. Can you set the stage for what we're going to be seeing once his metal boots hit the ground?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't know if he's upgraded to metal boots yet, or metal legs.
We don't know yet. It depends on players, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now he's going to a complex or a ghetto in the outskirts of Prague that we call
that place is
with
teeming.
affection. Yeah, it's called Golem City, or the real name it's the Utilec Complex, and it's a ghetto where a lot of augmented citizens are being put in, etc. And there's a faction there that is called the Augmented Rights Coalition that is led by a guy named Talos Rucker that are trying to defend the rights of augmented people and trying to make sure that they're not persecuted, etc., etc. But early in the game, there's a big terrorist attack that happens, and guess what? Those are the prime suspects. But they're in this ghetto. It's hard to get there. Even like the police are just going at the beginning of the ghetto. They don't go deep in. And you have to go and blend in and try to find a way to get to the guy and confront him and see if those people were behind the attacks.
Now we're going to talk about infiltration in a sec, but one of the things that I think is wonderful and sort of plays to that conspiracy about Deus Ex is the way that, okay, there was a terrorist attack and these activists were blamed for it, but if they are, sort of activists for augmented rights, maybe someone's setting them up to smear them. And then also, if they're activists for augmented rights, you're an augmented dude. Like, they're going to make their play on your loyalty and your identity.
Yeah.
And so, sort of I think that's one of the fascinating things you guys get into.
Absolutely, and one of the things we say is that Adam Jensen, when he's in the normal world, let's say he's in the streets of Prague, or when he goes into this ghetto, we call him, he's a stranger in a strange land for different reasons. Because when he go into the ghetto, people have problems, it's more dirty, sickness, shortage of the drugs they need for the augmentation.
Yeah, they don't have top-of-the-line slick new augs like this dude.
Exactly. So when they see that guy, like, you're not part of us, because you're so shiny and everything. And when he's in Prague, actually, like, he's an augmented citizen. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you don't belong here. Go back in your ghetto, kind of thing. So no matter where Jensen goes, he's
an
not the welcome.
outsider,
Exactly.
yeah. But that also gives him, you know, a unique perspective and gives you guys a unique perspective to work from. Now we're looking at some stealthy infiltration here.
Absolutely, like it's one of the things that so far in our communication we showed a lot of the combat-oriented sequences and everything. And today with you guys, we wanted to show that stealth is still like alive, and you can do the same map or the same demo as we have behind closed door, but in a totally stealthy fashion. You can just go sneak around, use your cloaking, use your smart vision, and now smart vision has been updated with, you can know what the enemies have, like what kind of guns they have, do they have like kind of, we call pocket secretaries with codes or things like that, so you can have more information on the characters to decide if you're going to go take down the guy or not, or, you know.
That's kind of a nice touch because, you know, I definitely remember sort of, all right, I gotta like non-lethal take down my way through all these dudes till I find the key card, you know, or find the code, find the right dude. So I think just sort of giving players more tools to do that kind of scouting, to do that kind of stealthy approach. And of course, again, you guys are enabling a full stealth playthrough.
Absolutely, from start to finish, no exception.
No exception. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, but not everyone wants to do the stealth thing. Like it's very exacting. Sometimes it's sort of a puzzle that a lot of people relish.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man. You've got these arms, these gun arms.
This
you got
gun
all
arms.
sort of like this power, these elbow blades.
That's
like
it.
sometimes you just want to wreck house.
Exactly, and that was important to us to really beef up the combat experience, to bring it on the same level as stealth, because for a lot of players, they thought that Deus Ex, it needs to be played stealthily. And it's not, and for us, that's never been true. It needs to be played the way you want to play it.
Yeah.
But you want it. So it was important that we made the combat more gritty, those gun arms that are punchy, that the way you play with your augmentations, it's faster than ever, and you'll be able to sustain quite a lot of intense drama on screen.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of drama here
Exactly.
right now. Is that that sort of triangular impingement? Is that
It's the Titan shield.
Yeah, is that the one where he just sort of looks like this black matte geometry guy? I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah. It's through nanotechnology, and he has this cover shield. Now he can go in the open without taking cover and just shooting at things. But of course, your energy is going to deplete, so you have
pretty quickly. Yeah.
Exactly, you have to manage it a little bit, but. You're going to be able to take way more risks as you move forward into Mankind Divided.
Definitely some cool new augmentations on display. One of my favorite things actually in series history was in Invisible War being able to like maybe choose an augmentation that some other guys developed. It's maybe like not quite the functionality intended. You guys dabbling in the black market at all? Anything shady coming up through Mankind Divided?
It's a very interesting question. It's very interesting.
Oh, all right. I got your E3 vibe right there. I mean, come on, in a place like that, it's got to be something shady going on. Always something shady or conspiracy going on behind the scenes in Deus Ex. That's one of the thrills of the series. Jean-Francois, thank you so much for coming on. Such a great sport to talk to us about Mankind Divided here at E3 2015. All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Up next on the stage, the show that kicked off Microsoft's excellent press conference yesterday, Halo 5 Guardians.